Talk about what makes the way that you negotiate and come to solutions with the people in your life different from other negotiation systems.
Well, negotiations is my favorite thing to talk about. And I had a chance when I was in graduate school to study under a Chinese professor named Zhang Wang. And he taught me basically a philosophy. And then that philosophy permeated into negotiations. And really it's about interest. So I'm an interest-based negotiator. And my goal is to deeply understand first, what am I interested in? What is it that I actually want in a situation? And what is it that you actually want? And when I say that, like, it seems intuitive, like, well, obviously, I get what you want and get the other. But the reality is, most of the time when we negotiate, what we do is we have this argument in our brain of like, how much can I get? And then I'm going to put my position out to you. And I'm going to see, does he accept my position? Does he need me to come back? Do we need to compromise? And we don't actually sit down and think about what is the optimal solution that we can arrive at that both you and I are delighted with what's happened. And so this then kind of propagates the situation you and I are in, or really in every situation, is that when you find like, hey, I need something from this person, first you have to stop yourself and you have to say, why do I need this? Like, what is it that's important about this? And then you need to think about, well, what is important with the other person? And the example that I always give, super simple, is I talk about, let's say there's an orange sitting here in between the two of us. And I say, hey, I want that orange. And you say, I want that orange too, right? Well, what are the solutions that we could have to be able to have that orange, right? Well, you could get the orange and I could get nothing. I could get the orange, you could get nothing. Or we could do what everybody always says is the most fair thing to do, which is cut the orange in half, right? You take half and I take half. To the interest-based negotiator, that's a failure. By just splitting the orange, I didn't want half the orange. I said I want the orange, right? And you said you want the orange. So while we've got half of what we want, we both got half not what we wanted. So the interest-based negotiator starts from the position of, well, why do I want the orange? And then I want to know why you want the orange. So imagine in this scenario, if we found out like, well, you're really thirsty and I'm making essential oils. Well, now we've just come up with the perfect solution, because now we can find out, well, you can have all that juice, you squeeze it out, and then give me the peels, because all I want is the peel out of that to be able to get the essential oils out of it. And so had we known that, we both could have gotten 100% of what we wanted. Now, in interest-based negotiations, oftentimes you could say, well, what if we were both thirsty, right? Like, what would we do then? Well, then we would want to say, like, all right, well, what could we together do with this orange that might be able to solve that we're thirsty? Are we only thirsty for orange juice? Or would us having this orange here allow us to go trade somebody else or make the situation broader? And so this philosophy is one that once you internalize it, once you actually believe in interest-based negotiating, and you are comfortable enough with the dialogue going on in your brain that you can trust that you're always going to get slowed down to be like, wait, what is it that I actually want? Not what do I think I can get? And how can I help you discover and discuss what it is that you want? Then doors open up for you. The possibilities of what you can achieve in life become almost indescribable. And so then you spend the rest of your time not worrying about how can I become a better interest-based negotiator, but how can I get better at helping you realize what it is that you actually want and be able to articulate it so that way I can meet what you need, and so that way you'll give me what I need.